FBA year 13, hopping into the offseason. First thing off the bat, we got the draft lottery. Down to the final three. And the Moose get the third pick in the draft, leaving two teams, the Polar Bears and Shower. And the Shower get the second pick in this year's draft. And then the first overall pick goes to the Alaska Polar Bears. Here's a look at the top 26, the first round of the draft. And with that first overall pick, Cam Sampson from Indiana goes to Alaska. And then the Seattle Shower trade their second pick in the draft for Justin Braun from the Phoenix Roadrunners. And they select George Rask, power forward, 6'6", to fill that small forward position for the Roadrunners. And the Moose take the 7'2" Italian, Tyron Shaw. And Alex Moody goes to Louisville to join the Stallions at the point guard position. And Vancouver goes with Jonathan Potter, 6'3" point guard from Georgetown. Quick look at all the draft picks this year in the first round. Hopping in to free agency, two big moves at the top of this free agency class. Eric Blackburn leaves Las Vegas and heads to Cincinnati to join the Hippos. And then Shaedon Sharpe, if you can't beat him, join him. Join Chicago Breeze and his old teammate Scoot Henderson on a 4-year deal. That should be pretty interesting. Then a look at some of these other players moving around. But those two definitely headline the free agency class this year. Looking at the upcoming draft class, projected to go number 1 is Waylon Walton at the small forward position at 6'11". Rolf McKnight behind him. Lord Hammond, Matt James, Rod Morris, Glenn Anthony, Burt Burns, Tom Carr, Danny Law, and Michael Willer are who round up the top prospects of the upcoming draft. Looking at the power rankings, the Seattle Shower ranked number 1 off their trade for Justin Braun, have a solid lineup. Denver Apex, look at their roster real quick. Anthony Black, Ed Ryan. Chicago Breeze going for 4 in a row now. Added Shaedon Sharpe in the offseason as well. Salt Lake City has one of the best lineups in the league, 390 overalls. But they all round up the top of the power rankings. As we head toward the end of the power rankings, some of the final teams, we got the Hawaii Tropics and Milwaukee Moose. As we hop into the first game of the year, the defending champ Chicago Breeze head to Phoenix. And in game 1, Chicago continues their streak of dominance, winning by double digits. Simming to the trade deadline after opening night, as the Breeze are top of the East, 24-8. They traded some players, got some new additions to the squad in Peyton Watson and Richie James. Glazers from last year had a pretty good year, and they're back up here once again. Detroit Motors fighting for a spot. Peaches. And then Miami Vibe and Louisville Stallions on the outskirts for the wild card. Then Cincinnati fell off from last year even after adding Eric Blackburn, 12-22. And the West, Dallas and Salt Lake City and Los Angeles Fame all with 9 losses. Tight race at the top of the Western Conference. Seattle is projected to be number 1 in the power rankings. They're steady with Christian Cruz at the helm. And then Apex and the Roadrunners, not a team we have seen a ton make a playoff runs in FBA history, but they're up there with the Void fighting for a spot, and then the Evergreens and Vancouver at the bottom of the conference. Now looking at some of the stat leaders, Artie McMillan having a big jump this year, went to Liberty in free agency, and Christian Cruz easily with the most points in the league. CJ Kimberly, second-year player, averaging almost 17 points per game. Impressive. Rebounds is also Christian Cruz at the top. Assists Curtis Hall, Dwayne Huff, and Malik Mayo. Defensive player, Malik Mayo's up there with Ed Ryan. And blocks, Stuart Patterson. And let's look at three-point percentage. Essence Gay up there with Balil Coulibaly. Let's take a look at the stats now. Ahead to the All-Star teams. But before we get to the All-Star selections, there's been a last-second trade at the deadline. Nathan Frank will be sent to the Philadelphia Liberty for 2 first-round picks and a young player, Nelson Watkins. In the East, Scoot Henderson. Tony Green makes an All-Star appearance for the Glazers. Stuart Patterson, Terry Phillips. Edwin Rose gets an All-Star selection. That's first time for him. Kind of the surprise. And then Artie McMillan had played a good year. And Lorenzo Walsh. Then in the West, Dean Burks, Stephen Berg, Christian Cruz, Luke Forrest, Nathan Frank, even after the trade. Howard Oliver from Leo Chase makes it. And then Junzi Lowe makes an All-Star appearance for the Dallas Desperados. And the West walks away with the win in the All-Star game, winning by double digits. And the All-Star game MVP will be awarded to Stephen Burton of the Salt Lake City Hive. Who put up 31 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists to bring home the MVP title. 1 week remains in the regular season of year 13. Chicago Breeze sit up top still. Atlanta Peaches made their way up the rankings. The second, Detroit Motors up there as well, and Glazers, who all look pretty secure in their spots. And then in the wild card, we got a tight competition between all these teams heading into the last week of the season. Even the 5 down here have a chance. So tight race for the wild card in the East. And then in the West, Desperados, Salt Lake, and LA ahead of the pack. With the Shower sitting comfortably. As long as the Surf, as well as they are doing pretty well in the 5th spot currently. And then Denver Apex in there pretty well. And Roadrunners the only hope to kind of squeak their way in heading into the last week of the season. Philadelphia Liberty in that fight for a wild card spot in the East. Down 2 here at home against Hawaii, stolen by Frank as they made that push with the trade at the trade deadline to make the playoffs. A big win is what they need here. Anthony gets open. No good. Missed opportunity there from the Liberty. Tropic looking to play spoiler here. Wilson. Contested shot, no good. Rebound, Oliver back up. Gets the foul. Oliver couldn't get his free throw to go. And McMillan. 3 1-point game. Breakout year for McMillan. Proving why he was drafted the number 1 pick a few years ago. Carrington, he's been in some big moments before. And can't get the touch. Timeout. Liberty. 27 seconds. Fans on their feet. A win is huge here for the Liberty to keep their playoff dreams alive. And McMillan misses the wide open three. First shot, Jennings gets it. No timeouts for the Liberty. Missed. They don't need a three. They can take a two here. Nathan Frank up the court. Anthony drives. Sit to the line. Anthony made the first one. The second to tie. Good. Timeout, Hawaii. Hawaii. Can they walk it off here? And go back to Honolulu. Celebrating. Carrington. The man of moments. Oliver. Floater. Overtime. In Philadelphia. Cutting to a minute left in overtime. Philadelphia now at the lead by 2 and the ball. Anthony, who got the free throws to send it to overtime. Step back. Left hand mid-range. No good. Rebound Joyce. Carrington pushing it up the court. Ball in his hands once again. Behind the back spin. Getting frisky. Behind the back. No good. 3. 52 seconds on the clock. B-Pool. Gives it to McMillan. What? Illegal screen by Nathan Frank. As they were about to get a wide open 3. But instead, Hawaii have a chance to tie or take the lead. And Carrington kicks it out. Joyce. Good. Timeout. Liberty. Shook to inbound. He's probably shaken from the previous play. Classic 2K play here. He's going to get the screen. Anthony. Downhill. Mid-range. Rims in. Timeout. Tropics as they'll send it to the other side of the court. Back and forth game. Hawaii responds to the same play that Philly just ran. Carrington, wide open, 3. No good. Offensive rebound, Jennings. Ooh. Offensive glass gives them the lead. That's why it's important to crash the grass, kids. Philly, season possibly on the line. Anthony sizing him up, step back, in his mouth, no good. Foul to the other end. And they're not in the bonus, so an inbound here will most likely end it. Not a steal, 0.5 on the clock. They'll send Carrington to the line. Good. If he misses this one, it's over. If he makes it, there's a possible chance. He makes it. So Hawaii is going to play spoiler here in Philly. No good. Drastically hurting Philly's chance of making the wild card. As we head to Houston, where we have the Checkers also fighting for that Eastern Conference wild card spot. Up 1 on the road. As CJ Kimberly sizes them up. 3 is good. Him having a great sophomore campaign. As Grant has the ball for Houston. His 3, no good. Pretty guard-heavy lineup right now for the Checkers down the stretch. Kimberly on the wing once again. Up to Curtis Hall, key playmaker Led the league in assists earlier, but this time he'll shoot. No good. Houston has seen plenty of great finishes in their time here, especially if Dean Burks gets the ball. But they're going to keep it in Grant's hand. Pulls another three. This time. Gets it to fall. Curtis Hall brings it up. Dean Burks with that immaculate defense, almost causing a backcourt violation. Can't go anywhere. He's in a box. Gets a drive-by, though. Mitt in the paint, but a foul is called on Burks. Coach doesn't agree. Hall made the first and gets the second, making it a three-point game. Aldridge now bringing it up for the Void. Looks like he's a center focal point here. Can't get it to go over CJ. Up the court, Williams. Down low, Sharp. Key pickup for the Checkers in this free agency cycle. Big play there. Aldridge, three. No good. 5-point lead. CJ Kimberly on the break. Throws it down. The Checkers look like they're going to walk away with the W here in Houston. The Liberty, once again, in a close one down the stretch of this last week of the season. This time against Portland. Down low to pull hook. Can't give them a three-point lead. Giving the Evergreens a chance. Smith sizing them up in McMillan's face. Can't get the roll as they'll be forced to foul. They'll inbound again after a timeout this time. Get another foul on Mayo. Anthony at the line. Makes the first. Make it a three-point game. Good. Portland drew up. I'd look to give the ball to Mayo here. The All-Star. But instead they gave it to Little. Who looks to get downhill. Pass it. Livingston. Longley. Good. Tied up in Philadelphia once again. Or the Liberty going to throw it away. Anthony sizing up. 4 seconds. Downhill. Layup. Blocked. Full court shot. No good. Another overtime for the Liberty. Philadelphia's been in control as they'll be sent to the free throw line down the stretch here. Up 3, but need to make some free throws to seal this victory. Pulls at the line. Gets it. 4-point lead. 5-point lead now. Evergreens. Can't get a good inbound. Another timeout. Run it back. Inbound the ball. Goodness. Mayo. Misses. And that will do it. Oh, stolen by Mayo. Oh, my goodness. Nathan Frank. Mayo. What a unique sequence there as Philadelphia walk out with a victory after Nathan Frank's absolute bullet of a block. Conclude the season. And the MVP goes to Christian Cruz, 20 points, 8.8 rebounds, 3.2 assists. Rookie of the year goes to Cam Sampson, first overall pick at the Polar Bears. Bernard Macy wins Sixth Man of the Year with a shine. James Gordon gets Defensive Player of the Year for the Peaches. Most Improved goes to Scott Hewitt from Indiana. Clutch Player of the Year also goes to the MVP, Christian Cruz. And the Dallas Desperados, Best Coach of the Year. The All FBA first team Stuart Patterson comes second in the MVP race. Burt and Luke Forrest, two high players on the first team. Nathan Frank, Terry Phillips, All NBA third team. Sam Oliver gets on there with the rookie Cam Sampson. Then all defensive teams, Russ Stu, Jackie Sampson on there, Raymond Marshall. Cam Sampson gets defensive team too, so this rookie could be some trouble for some teams in the future as he swept a lot of awards this year. Some other rookies, Longley, Rask. That will round it out. Looking at the final regular season standings, the Breeze at top of the East, Motors and Peaches right behind, Glaziers there. And then looking at the wild card, 5-6 seed, the 7th seed, 8th seed, and the 9th seed all finished with the same record of 25-25, completely 500 on the year. And the way the tiebreakers worked out, the Vibe get the 5th seed, and the Pumas get the 6th seed. And New York, Philly, and Cincy fall out of the playoffs, even with the same record. Tough break for those teams. The way tiebreakers worked out, I don't know exactly what they were, but whatever the NBA tiebreakers are for that scenario. And then Stallions and Checkers down here, and then Moose and the Caboose. Going to the West, Desperados, best record in the league, 12 losses. The Hive in LA, still at the top of the league. Shower as well. Very strong 4 teams here in the West. Then the wild card teams, we got the Surf and the Apex bringing it home. And then lastly, Evergreens and Huskies towards the bottom of the West. Stats, Christian Cruz, most points per game. CJ Kimberly gets his way in there, one of the young players up here. Junior McDaniels up here as well, pretty cool. Christian Cruz led rebounds as well with Stuart Patterson right behind him and the rookie Cam Sampson. And then assists led by Curtis Hall, 5.8. Right behind him, Popovich for the Motors. And then going to steals, Malik Mayo and Nwankwo Endor. And Terry Phillips and Dean Burks, all 1.3. And Ed Ryan, all the top 5. Exactly 1.3. Some of the best defensive guards in the league. Blocks per game, Jackie Sampson led the league. And then we'll look at 3-point percentage. Stephen Castle for the Hippos. Stephen Castle led the league in percentage of threes made. And then per game, Christian Cruz, a center / power forward, making 3-pointers per game and being the MVP. It's kind of scary. And Arnie McMillan's also up there. Good year for him. And here's a look at the bracket of mainly the wild card matchups. We got Minnesota versus Miami, Atlanta versus Pittsburgh, LA versus Denver, and Seattle versus San Diego in the next episode to start the playoffs. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, please like, please subscribe. It means a lot. And make sure to check the bio and fill out a prospect form if you want possible player to be in the FBA draft coming up. And with that, have a good day. Peace.